So this is quite a sad story about the woman in Xian, Shaanxi province. It's quite a large city, 13 million, very safe. A lot of tourists go there. There's a lot of things to do. It's a very scenic city. But this woman has had quite the ordeal. Now, China's had quite a battle with abortions, miscarriages. I found that out firsthand talking to a woman in the medical field about that. And it's quite a large problem. Those two things, abortions. Years ago, they only allowed you one child, and they were aborting anyone who tried to have more than one. And then there's also a problem with miscarriages because of pollution, generally in the air and in the food. Apparently, many women, if not most, miscarry their first child. So this is quite a big problem. Anyways, now with this lockdown in Xi'an that's been going on since December 23rd, very strict lockdown, partly because the Olympics are coming, they don't want anybody foiling that, and because they're trying to have a zero case policy, which is, I don't want to say ludicrous, but it's too lofty a goal to even think of having. Anyways, this woman went to the hospital, was feeling sick in her stomach. She was 8 months pregnant, and her COVID test had expired 4 hours ago, and the hospital staff denied her entry, if you can believe it. Now, this is a problem in China in that there's no empathy and no discretion. I saw this firsthand. You can't say, well, I understand your policy, but this is an exception for this reason and the other, and get someone to listen to you. If you're past code, or if you're your code is expired, then it's expired, and they don't want to listen to any explanation of why or what the reason might be. So she unfortunately wasn't given any care, and the baby died as a result. Of course, after the fact, when it exploded on social media, then they took the action of firing the staff as though it was their fault, and giving her some help, which was now too late for the baby, and scrubbing all accounts of what happened from Weibo, which is social media in China. This seems to be a sad story all around. Now, they have had, I guess you would call it miscarriage leave since the 1950s, but so few women take it because of the stigma attached to it that it's almost embarrassing to take, which is something they need to change. The attitude needs to change, that if you're sick, you need to be looked after and helped. But this doesn't seem to be the case. And this woman deserves an explanation of why, and they need to change this zero policy into a more compassionate policy. So what a sad story. News is breaking all over the place, but this is one that should get everybody's attention, and we should have some sympathy for what she went through.